real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Stephen Carr was friends with the defendant, and he claims the defendant often used him to cheat on his girlfriend. Stephen says the defendant was caught with marijuana in Stephen's car, and as a result, the car was impounded, so he's suing. Defendant Clarence Doughton admits that he had marijuana in his possession while he was in Stephen's car. However, Clarence insists the vehicle was only impounded because Stephen was belligerent towards the police.
All right, tell me what's going on.
All right, well, I met the defendant Clarence in November, October of 2009. In like this little corner store that was right up under my building. We were bumping to each other right there, you know what I'm saying? Throughout the little time we bumped into each other, got little conversations in here and there, here and there. So once I kind of felt them, I was like, all right, we start hanging out, chilling.
What do you mean by bumping into each other?
Like, you know, you coming to the store, he'll be in the store, coming out of the store,
okay.
I'll be coming
often?
in the store. Like, maybe twice a week, like in the beginning stages and when I first met him.
Just so happen you see him twice a week every time you come?
No, like not twice a week, but...
Who would be there all the time? Every time you go, he would be there, or every time he came, you would be there?
No, like every once in a while.
Trying to see who was selling the weed, who was standing outside selling the weed.
No, neither one of us. Neither one of us.
I was having a little fun with you, man.
It wasn't until...
All right, you always see each other at the store, then you became friends and hung out. All right,
yeah,
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until like we started hanging out real tough, I started finding out about this person's character.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was one time he used me as an alibi to cheat on his girlfriend. Another time, like when I was hanging out with him and his cousin was there, his cousin was telling him like, man, we're gonna say the dude's name is Rob. Rob getting upset with you because you ain't paid him for his car. He took the man's car. I don't know if the man gave it to him or whatever, but he came back with the man's bumper in the back seat of the car.
How did he explain that?
He was like, man, cuz G, you know what's going on. I gotta talk to dude to see how he feeling about it and all this other stuff.
Okay.
So I had gotten, like, after that, I had, in June of 2010, I had gotten into an accident on my moped. This jerk, I was behind this motorist. He pulled over like he was finna park all the time. He was making a U-turn. He never looked back. So we collided, I collided right here with him. I thought I went up and over. People was like, no, you went down and under. I smacked my face on the steering wheel. When I woke up, I was sliding on the ground and my stuff was like falling out of my pockets and stuff. So people was coming up to me like, oh man, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, you know what I'm saying? This lady was trying to really pray for me like, man, because you just could have died. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like...
Was this the incident you're suing him about?
No.
That was a different...
But it was like, nah, this is like, this is...
You got a lot of car issues. Riding around with a bumper in the back seat one day. The next day, you're having near-death accidents. Glad you were fine. And now there's another reason you're suing him about a car. Let me get to him, a little background. Then we're going to get to what happened ultimately with the car you're suing about.
Right.
Sir?
I just want to start out by saying, like, this guy has an attitude problem, period. Like, he's just, I mean, when we first met, he seemed like a cool guy, you know, funny, you know what I'm saying, like me. But then all of a sudden, he just get real mad and angry for little petty reasons from now and then, but I don't judge people. But then, the night that this happened, you know, the night that this happened, he was just showing the anger.
Were you riding around with the bumper in your back seat, and what was that about?
Oh, that was my friend, you know. One time I had his car, and the car smacked me, like, coming out real fast.
All right, but what was the necessity of putting the bumper in the back seat?
Because, well, I'm gonna leave the bumper there. If he wanted to put his bumper back on, it was just the bumper came off and the radiator kind of like blew out, I guess.
All right.
But anyway,
radiator blew up and the bumper came off. Good enough.
So, you know, and on the night of the question or whatever, he was just like really angry.
Plaintiff Stephen Carr says the defendant was caught in Stephen's car with marijuana, and as a result, the vehicle was impounded.
Tell me about the car you're suing for.
My car had got impounded for possession of cannabis, and there goes the impoundment paper.
See that, please. As in marijuana, for folks who don't know what cannabis is?
Yeah, so, all right, I'm gonna give you a little bit more information about my car and everything.
Now I need to hear about this incident.
Yeah, I got it, so you could be on the same page.
We're on the same page.
All right. Inside the car, I had a pocket knife, and then with the pocket knife, I used to have to stick it in there and then do a little something and pop it. Where this door, it was like a door that was inside, that's built in the car already. It was broke when I got it. So I used to put my weed in there when I was going to I'll go get some weed from somebody on my way home. I know it's illegal to have it, and you know what I'm saying? It's not
Well, I
right.
told you to get right to the incident, but go ahead.
And so
Go ahead
right.
with your confessions.
But no, I had the spot in the car just for the situation.
To hide your weed, right? Go ahead.
When you get pulled over, they just won't find it. So he knew about the spot. So the day in question, I was getting ready to go. We stayed on the southwest side of the city. I was going way to the southeast side of the city. And so he was like, well, I need to go over on 63rd and Artesian to the liquor store. I'm like, all right, cool. Then he wants to go to his mom's house. I'm like, all right, cool. Come on, we ride. We go there, go to the store. Now, while we was in the store, he dig in his pockets. Gee, can I get $1? And it was all because he was trying to get him a bag of barbecue Lay's potato chips. And so listen.
No, you listen.
I'm listening.
What does he have to do with the cannabis, and how does the cannabis relate? I see a vehicle impoundment. Was
Right.
he found with marijuana on him in your car,
Yes,
and as
sir.
a result, they impounded your car? Is that why you're suing him?
Yes, sir.
All right. And the amount you were ordered to pay for the impoundment was how much?
The next day to get the car out of the pound, it was $1,150.
All right. That was the amount you needed to get it out.
All right.
And you weren't able to
I
get it
wasn't
out.
able to get it out, no.
All right. Now, where does the other $2,000 come from?
Well, the Kelly Blue Book value for my car is...
Why do you want the whole value of your car?
Because I kept that car in very good shape, and when I
took
first
the-
paid...
Have they taken the title? Is that what you're saying?
No, they impounded the car, and now when
If you take $1,100 there, will they give the car to you?
it's too late. The car now it's been traded over to collections. and
That
now
means
the city,
they've changed the title. You no longer own it.
I guess.
When did they take? Take means we're going to sign the title over to someone else. When
I'm
did
not
that
sure.
happen?
I'm not sure when that happened.
Okay, well, you'd have to be sure of that before I can grant you the entire judgment. Or you have to show me evidence that your car has been taken from you and the title is in someone else's name, meaning someone else owns the car.
But can I say something?
Now you can tell me whether you have evidence that someone else owns your car.
No, I don't.
All right. Sir, did you have marijuana in the car, sir?
Yes, I did.
All right, and you were the only one it was attributed to?
But yes.
The possession of marijuana, did you have it on your person?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And why don't you think you should be liable for the car being impounded if you were
Because-
found with marijuana?
Because out of the police officer's own mouth, they told, if it wasn't for him, he could have not been arrested and his car would still be sitting in front of his house.
What did he do?
Acting belligerently as they were trying to do their job.
All right, you
as
have
soon
that?
as we have, no. I
You
don't
you
any
have no evidence
No.
that that's the reason they took it?
No.
Because I have evidence that the reason they took it was cannabis.
I don't have any evidence for
Okay,
that.
well then I'm going to believe what I do have from the government agency that took it. They say nothing about him talking belligerent to the police officers. It says his car was impounded because it had cannabis in it, and you've admitted that you had it.
Plaintiff Stephen Carr says the defendant was caught in Stephen's car with marijuana, and as a result, the vehicle was impounded.
And you have no evidence that you lost your car.
Basically.
Have you read anything that says after a certain number of days they keep the car? Because that is the case in some states.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know that they was gonna sue me for taking my car. Once your vehicle gets impounded, if you don't go get it out the next day, it's interest fees and interest fees and interest fees and interest fees that keep building up. So once I got out and seen it was $1,150, I knew I had no $1,150 to get my car out. So
Okay. And you don't have anything showing the interest fees. That's what I'm saying. You got to have something.
No, I don't. But they trying to charge me for the storage fee also.
The storage fee and interest.
Yes.
In other words, they said, you owe us $30 a day for storage, and then we're going to put 5% interest on that $30. Is that what you're suggesting
Yes.
happened? Okay. All right. That being the case, perhaps that is the amount. Woo. I'll take your word, $3,110, because I do know that if you don't pick up a car, they do continue to charge you a fee. He owes you because he was found to have marijuana, he admits, and as a result, your car was impounded, and the fees were added on, and interest was added on to those fees, and none of this would have happened but for him having cannabis, and I'll grant you all the money that you want today, $3,110.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You too. You see this dude trying to get in your car, check his pockets first. That's all I gotta say.
You said you had license. And if you had license, we wouldn't have had to step out the car.
Anybody in our age range that get pulled over by the police, they pulling you out the car whether you show them license and insurance, no matter what, dude. You know that,
I understand,
man. Stop
but that's how
playing
you
dumb.
won because I don't have any evidence.
Okay, say you didn't have the weed in your pocket and I was calling the police all types of they weren't gonna do nothing.
How?
They
You have no
they
license.
Couldn't do nothing.
So they was just
couldn't do
they was
nothing.
gonna keep
was
you in
not
your
gonna take
car
my
even though you didn't have a license
They was
and all
not
of
gonna
that.
take my car.